your ticket to the best.
Everybody knows it's on Fox 61.
From Connecticut's capital, this is the WTIC News at 10.
Good evening and welcome to the TIC News at 10. I'm Jim Hoffer.
And I'm Beth Carroll, topping our news.
Live from WTIC-TV, this is the Fox 61 News at 10.
Tonight, another New Hampshire police officer is gunned down in the line of duty. The fight to keep the memory of a Connecticut cop alive. And go ahead, take a big bite. The beef is back.
Live from WTIC-TV, selected best in Connecticut by the Associated Press. This is Fox 61 News at 10.
Good evening, everyone.
Live from WTIC-TV, awarded the highest honor from the Associated Press for overall excellence. This is Fox 61 News at 10. You're watching the Fox 61 News at 10 with Pat Sheehan, Susan Christensen, Rich Capola with sports, and Paul Williams weather forecast. The Fox 61 News at 10 begins right now.
Good evening. Susan has the night off. First on Fox tonight, a story that strikes fear in anyone who leaves their car in a public parking garage.
You're watching the Fox 61 News at 10 with Brent Harden, Susan Christensen, Rich Capola with sports, and Justin Keefer's weather forecast. 10 is next.
The week before finals, some UConn students are learning about the First Amendment. I'm Lori Perez. Coming up, I'll show you the TV show these students are protesting.
A body turns up near a burning dumpster. Tonight, the status of the Wethersfield police investigation. The former Boston priest is slapped with sex charges in San Diego. Tonight, how prosecutors say he abused his victim. The Fox 61 News at 10 begins right now.
Good evening. First on Fox tonight.
You're watching the Fox 61 News at 10 with Brent Harden, Susan Christensen, Rich Capola sports, and Justin Keefer's weather forecast.
To the war on terror now and more.
This Fox 61 Family First message is brought to you by Sleepy's. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? The Fox 61 News at 10 begins right now.
A gruesome discovery in New Britain where tonight police are investigating human remains. Good evening. First on Fox tonight, that grim discovery is at the center of a mystery tonight in New Britain.
It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? This Fox 61 Family First message is brought to you by Sleepy's, the mattress professionals. The Fox 61 News at 10 begins right now.
The mad rush to get a license, why drivers who passed the test didn't want to wait until tomorrow to get on the road. Good evening. First on Fox.
Named Connecticut's best newscast for the Associated Press. You're watching Fox 61 News at 10. Right team, right time. This is the Fox 61 Morning News.
Working to win over the undecided as the presidential candidates campaign for the final 24 hours. Good morning. I'm Joy Lim-Nakran. First on the Fox 61 Morning News.
The Fox 61 News at 10 begins right now.
There's a storm brewing on the horizon, and Hartford better be watching the storm clouds.
Waterbury's got heart. Thousands show up to demonstrate how vital a heart center is to the Brass City region.
Named Connecticut's best newscast for the Associated Press. Fox 61 News at 10. Right team, right time.
Now at 11, disturbing new details in the shooting death of a Jewett City toddler. How the tragedy may have been prevented. Plus, sudden price spikes at the pump. The state demands answers. Also, bailing out the big U.S. banks in the serious red. The plan that could cost you and me billions. And it's not the birds, but the bees. An infestation like you've never seen. The news at 11 starts right now.
Now, the Fox 61 News at 11.
First on Fox tonight, chilling new details about the 2-year-old boy who shot and killed himself. That tragic night, the toddler's mother scolded little Wyatt for playing with the gun just minutes before he shot himself. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Erica Arias.
Live from Connecticut's newsroom, Fox 61 and The Current bringing you more local coverage. Now, the morning news.
Welcome back. Great to have you here. I'm Logan Burns alongside Sarah French. We'll get to our top stories in just a moment.
Live from Connecticut's newsroom, Fox 61 and The Current bringing you more local coverage. Now, the news at 10. From Connecticut's newsroom, now, Fox Connecticut Morning News.
Good morning. You're watching the Fox Connecticut Morning News. I'm Sarah French.
Great to have you with us. I'm Logan Burns. We've got a lot going on today.
Now, Fox Connecticut News at 11 a.m.
Right now on the Fox Connecticut News at 11 a.m.
From Connecticut's newsroom, Fox Connecticut News at 10.
We're working on a developing story out of Waterbury tonight where...
From Connecticut's newsroom, now, Fox Connecticut News at 11. Live from the Jorgensen Center for the Performing Arts at the University of Connecticut, Fox Connecticut, the Hartford Current, the Connecticut Daily Newspaper Association, and UConn bring you the U.S. Senate debate.
And good evening, I'm Al Terzi from Fox Connecticut. And tonight we are presenting the Connecticut U.S. Senate debate between the Republican candidate Linda McMahon and the Democrat Chris Murphy.
Fox Connecticut News at 4 begins now.
The inside of that first car is just melted and charred.
From Connecticut's newsroom, the combined resources of Fox Connecticut and The Current. Fox Connecticut News at 10 begins right now.
Good evening. We begin tonight with a warning about a school scam affecting several Connecticut towns.
Do you know where your children are? This Fox Connecticut Family First message is brought to you by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
Fox Connecticut News at 10 begins now.
A former E.O. Smith high school football coach arrested for sexual assault in October was arrested again this weekend while out on bond. Good evening, I'm Bo Berman.
Breaking news, the Hartford City Council has approved the development plan that includes a baseball stadium.
Good morning, everybody. It is 6 a.m. We have breaking news out of New London right now. Police there are investigating a shooting.
Fox 61 Morning News begins now.
It is 4 a.m. and of course we are on the Weather Watch. Thank you so much for waking up with us this morning. Here's how it looks right now.
First at 4, Fox 61 News begins right now.
They thought it was gunshots first, so they kind of dove down.
First at 4, a dangerous prank. The target, college students. Good afternoon at 4 o'clock. I'm Lorenzo Hall.
And I'm Jen Bernstein.
Now, non-stop news. 20 minutes of uninterrupted news and weather. Only on Fox 61 News at 5.
And first at 5 tonight, more turmoil surrounding police departments across the country.
It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? This Fox 61 Family First message is brought to you by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
Fox 61 News at 10 begins now.
It's terrible. I don't like it very much. It's brutal.
In Connecticut, a deep freeze this weekend as the state deals with bitter cold temperatures, and this all comes ahead of a nor'easter that's threatening to hit us on Tuesday. Thanks so much for staying up with us tonight at 10. I'm Katie Corrado.
First at 11, the New England Patriots claiming victory tonight.
Hi there, you're watching The Real Story. I'm Al Terzi with Lori Perez.
Welcome back. Last Monday, Republicans announced their proposal for a balanced budget.
All local, all morning. This is the Fox 61 Morning News.
Right now at 5 o'clock, breaking news. This morning, a man shot overnight in Hartford.
All local, all morning. This is the Fox 61 Morning News.
New this morning, a man shot overnight in Hartford. We'll tell you what we know so far from police.
A gruesome discovery out of West Haven, a dog found dead and burned, and now police are looking for whoever is responsible. On Fox 61's Lisette Nunez now have the latest on the investigation.
I feel like it's going to change the community quite a bit.
And a heated debate along the shoreline parking, a hotel, townhomes. The fight in one community is heating up, and we will have the details for you. It is 6 o'clock. Good morning, everyone. Nice to have you here this Tuesday.
Hi, I'm Tim Lambers. This is your 61-second news update.
First at 4, the Fox 61 News starts now.
I threw up every 20 minutes from 9 to 6 p.m. like I couldn't move.
Non-stop news. The Fox 61 News at 5 starts now.
We begin with breaking news on the nonstop news at 5.
It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? This Fox 61 Expect More Hope message is brought to you by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
The Fox 61 News at 10 starts now.
Have you seen this woman? This mother of two missing for days. Fox 61 obtaining surveillance video of her right before she disappeared.
Turmoil in Killingly. The controversial high school mascot some parents and students want to reinstate, saying political correctness has gone too far. Inside a heated meeting.
The weather watch continues. First it was snow, now the cold is moving in. And the next big storm on the horizon.
And plans to expand the runway at Tweed, New Haven could be scheduled to land in the Supreme Court.
And first at 10 tonight, we
stay safe, stay responsible, stay strong. We'll all get through this together. This Fox 61 message of hope is supported by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
The Fox 61 News at 10 starts now.
Right now at 10. Hunting illegal fireworks. We're riding with police as they crack down on fire in the sky.
The Fox 61 News at 11 starts now.
And we begin with breaking news tonight on the News at 11. A fireworks display cut short.
Hi there, you're watching The Real Story. I'm Al Terzi alongside Jen Bernstein.
Thank you, Al.
All local, all morning. The Fox 61 Morning News starts now.
And storm cleanup is underway once again in Connecticut. In fact, Governor Lamont is calling for reinforcement because some areas were hit so hard.
The former girlfriend of Fotis Dulos due back inside Stamford Superior Court this morning. On Fox 61's Ashley Afonso, I'll explain what her attorney is expected to argue today.
It's 8:30. Good morning. Glad you're with us here, keeping your news live and local on the Fox 61 Morning News at 8:30.
Fox 61 News First at 4 starts now.
This is insane.
Fox 61 News at 5 starts now.
East Haven 911. It's 10 p.m. Stay safe, stay responsible, stay strong. We'll all get through this together. This Fox 61 message of hope is supported by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
Fox 61 News at 10 starts now.
Right now at 10, a disaster declared for Connecticut.
Fox 61 News at 11 starts now.
Now at 11, surveying the damage. Connecticut hit hard yet again this month by severe weather. The question tonight, Was it a tornado?
We could just hear the wind. The windows were shaking in the basement. I could hear the snapping of the trees.
Plus, the sounds of severe weather echoing through parts of our state. Thousands waiting for their power to come back on again as they pick up the pieces following Thursday's storms.
Taking power from the power company. One local town putting Eversource on blast after what they called a failed response following Isaias. Now that town wants the company to pay.
Plus, concerns on campus, an entire residential building on lockdown as more students test positive for COVID-19 at UConn. What the school is saying just days away from the start of the semester.
But first, we begin with breaking news right now at 11.
Right now on Fox 61, a 21-year-old Air National Guard member heading to federal court accused of leaking classified documents. What we know this morning.
Plus, another crime caught on camera right in the middle of the day. We've got a closer look at what these thieves were after.
And what's in store for the weekend after record high temps in our region, how folks across Connecticut are enjoying, some anyways, the record heat. All that and more right now on Connecticut's news station.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good morning, sunshine. 4 o'clock on a Friday.
Don't have as many eyes, and we don't have as many eyes. We can't see everything. We can't respond to every emergency.
And lifeguard shortage concerns, how the state is working to make sure parks are fully staffed in time for summer.
Plus, new video just into the newsroom, body cam footage showing the moments leading up to a Connecticut man being shot and killed by a Massachusetts state trooper.
And reaction to a scary situation, an attempted armed robbery and home invasion caught on camera.
Plus, praise for the child tax rebate.
It was helping me to provide for myself, my daughter.
How the program helped struggling families make ends meet.
Now at 6, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Jen Bernstein.
And I'm Ben Goldman. Another hot day across the state today, taking a live look at Mohegan Sun right now. Tonight on Connecticut's news station, record high heat across our state. We'll look at how people enjoyed the warmth and how long we'll feel these summer-like temps.
Also, we are following breaking news tonight. An Air National Guard member in Massachusetts is due in federal court after being accused of leaking classified documents.
And the state's looking to breathe new life into an airport that isn't used very much. We'll look at the new proposals for Brainerd Airport in Hartford and what the site could look like.
Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
And we start things off here at 10 o'clock on the Weather Watch, expecting more record heat across the state coming our way tomorrow. Good evening, I'm Ben Goldman.
And I'm Jen.
Tonight on Connecticut's news station, lawmakers in a race against time with only days to pass a state budget before the end of the legislative session, where negotiations currently stand.
And a former theater director facing serious sexual assault allegations stemming back years ago. What we've uncovered tonight.
Tracking the chance for a thunderstorm tomorrow, plus another big story, smoke in the sky again from wildfires. Here's what you need to know coming up.
And gone but not forgotten, law enforcement remembering a Connecticut hero 32 years after he died in the line of duty.
Now at 11, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
And we are starting at the Capitol tonight. Lawmakers preparing to vote on the state.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good morning and happy Friday. Thanks so much for starting yours off with us here at Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus America Areas.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Happy Friday.
Now at 6, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Bridget Bureau. I'm glad you're here as the freezing temperatures.
Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
A major update tonight for tenants in Hartford who've been displaced for months after a fire. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. Mayor Aruna Naralampulam's calling out some Hartford.
Breaking news now on Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Bridget Bjorlo. We are following breaking news in Branford tonight. Firefighters made a grisly discovery after putting out a fire in a barn on North Ivy.
This is WTIC-TV, Channel 61, Hartford.